Okay guys, unfortunately we have a gasoline leak that I found when I was filming the episode about the spare tire. So let's go underneath right now and I'll show you what's going on. So see right there is the gas tank. See what I mean? And as you can see there's gasoline coming out of it. See, everything's kind of wet. I don't really know what's going on yet. We're gonna figure this out, but see, when I move this, see, look. And it also kind of builds up around here. And I don't think it's just the seal on this, if there even is a seal. I actually think it's like coming out where this is like, you know, welded together to the gas tank or whatever. So unfortunately, well, this gas tank's coming out. Let's start with that. So the first thing we gotta do, guys, really quickly is we gotta pull the gas out of this thing. I'll show you how to do that. You're gonna need an air compressor, a pretty long hose, a couple jerry cans. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is just put this hose into the gas tank and we're gonna make sure it's touching the bottom of the gas tank. So right to the bottom, that's the lowest spot of it, right? And then we're gonna put that end into a jerry can. We're also grabbing a garden hose, so we're ready in case something catches on fire. Gas is extremely flammable, especially on hot sunny days, like static can light it or whatever. So we got this ready. We got this ready, as you can see. So now we're gonna take our compressor here. Okay, now we take this and you just put a rag around it like so. Get it? So it kind of seals it. And you're just gonna put this right into the gas tank here. And you're gonna blow air, and that'll pressurize it, and it'll push the gas out that hose, and it'll go right into the jerry can. You only have to do that for a few seconds. Ready? Do it kind of lightly so it doesn't splash gasoline everywhere. Okay, and once you've done that, you don't even need the compressor anymore. Gravity will just do its own thing, guys. So all you gotta do now is let that all drain out. And just make sure the hose is at the bottom of the gas tank when it's getting low. And obviously when that gets full, you're gonna have to use another jerry can. So I'm gonna do all that off camera, guys. Okay, once it's empty, we're gonna start on pulling it out. Okay guys, so as you can see, the gas tank is empty. Okay, let's pull this gas tank out. Okay, so I'm going underneath the car here. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to disconnect this wire, disconnect this hose. There's also a hose up here we're gonna have to disconnect. And then we're gonna unbolt those on that side. Unbolt these on that side. And I believe the straps, see right here, yeah, those are the straps also for the gas tank. They go around. There's one there, and there's one right there. So these are the nuts we're gonna have to unscrew. So I'm gonna do all of that right now, and then I'll show you how this thing comes out. Hopefully the exhaust pipe doesn't have to come out. If it does, not a big deal, because they're actually loose and they just turn. See? So it'll come out easy if we need to remove it. Okay, I'll let you know. Okay guys, well I did everything I said I was gonna do. Super easy, guys. Like, this thing's ready to come out. So gotta pull this out. I don't really know how to record this coming out, but it's just gonna come out, guys. So I'm just gonna pull it out. Like, this is gonna come out and this is ready to pop out. So let's just get it out of here. Okay guys, so underneath almost everything is out. So now we're gonna remove this. I think we need to take this out. So there's couple screws there, so let's take this out first. Okay, so we got that out. So now there's this like rubber thing here. So this rubber thing has to go like forwards. I don't know what happened to it there, but it's still good, whatever, it doesn't matter. See, it's gotta go forwards like this. Okay, see, that's the gas tank. It's even moving, it's ready to come out. Okay, let's go underneath. Okay, so I am having a hard time getting it out. Doesn't seem to want to come out. So I took these straps out. They were like over top like that. So I managed to slide those out. So now I got a little bit more room. See, I'm just trying to get want this to go. All right, I'm gonna keep trying. If it comes out this way, then that's how it comes out. If it comes out some other way, I'll show you guys. Okay, one of the exhaust pipes has to come out. Okay, so at the back here, as you can see, so we're just gonna remove these 2 screws to try to like lower this muffler out of the way a bit. And I mean, we could pull it right out. It is loose, right? So we could pull it out. I'm just gonna try loosening it here and just kind of getting it out of the way without actually pulling it out. So I'm gonna try that and I'll let you know if that worked. So let me do that right now. Well guys, this part kind of sucks, but the exhaust pipe has to come out. But you know what? We gotta change the hanger anyways, so no big deal. Okay guys, let's see if she'll come out with that part of the exhaust missing. Boom! Okay, we got it out. Wasn't hard. Okay guys, so we got the gas tank out, as you can see. So you can clearly see it was leaking here. So anyways, so I mean, we're gonna try to take this apart to see if maybe the seal's broken or what's really going on. I was planning on fixing this with JB Weld. We still might do that. So in order to get to that, guys, right here where the fill thing is, we need to unscrew all these and pull this out. That way we can get our hand inside the gas tank. But remember guys, don't start hammering anything here because this thing will explode. It's full of gasoline still. One little spark and this thing will blow up right in your face. So don't do that. I'll show you how to take this apart when the time comes. Right now we're just gonna get, you know, a little wrench here and we're just gonna unscrew this. So I'll do that right now, guys. Okay, so I managed to get this rubber thing off. So obviously we're gonna mark it like this. We're gonna mark this like this. And we're gonna mark this like this. Okay, now this should be easy. Oh yeah, guys, one more thing I wanna mention. So I put 2 pieces of wood here, right? Because you don't wanna bend or break anything, get it? So this just sits like that, so that way it's not sitting on that pipe, right? Okay, let's take this off. Okay guys, just one more thing I wanna mention. Do not use a power drill because the sparks inside of a power drill could ignite the fumes and this whole thing could explode right into your face. So don't use a power drill. Don't make any sparks around the gas tank. Don't hammer anything. Don't grind anything. We're not there yet. Okay guys, so that's that. We could probably make a gasket like this if we needed to. It still seems okay. We could put some Honda Bond on it when we put it back on. Okay, so that's going on the side. Okay, let's take a peek inside of here, guys. So that's where it seems to be leaking. So in order to fix that, guys, well, we got to take that out. There's no way about it. So what we got to do now, guys, believe it or not, is we got to grab a garden hose and we got to rinse this tank out with water really good. So that way, when we're hammering, if anything sparks, it doesn't blow up or light on fire. So let's do it. Okay guys, that should do it. Okay guys, so I mean, here is the leakiness, right? So I think what we got to do is we got to grab a screwdriver, and I can't really tell here which part unscrews, but I think you got to hit these tabs like this, tap that with a hammer, and I think this will spin off. All right, let's try that. Okay, so that seems to be working. See, it moved a little bit. The only problem is, see, it's like the screwdriver's cutting into it. So I'm gonna try maybe like something flatter. Maybe like this here, get it? So that way it doesn't really cut into it as much. So I'll try this. Okay, we got one piece off. Okay, so we got this piece off. See how there's these like little grooves right there? One there one there. So what happens is when you turn this in, see, like there's like a groove here that kind of stands up. So that groove, it locks. Okay, so it makes sense. Okay, we got this off. Okay, let's see if we can get this off now. Oh, okay, makes sense. So that seal looks okay. I don't know if the seal's the problem. I think it's this part of the gas tank that's rusted, honestly, guys. Well, we're gonna take this all apart. Okay, so this, you just carefully pull it out, like so. And there we go. And here's a little fuel filter that's missing. That shouldn't be a big deal because there's a fuel filter right by the motor anyways, but okay. Okay, so now in here, let's see what happens when we pull this guy out. So this is a rubber seal, which honestly seems fine to me. I don't think this is the problem. So we got that out. Okay, so now kind of looking at this, this looks like some kind of weird hard glue that somebody put on here. So, all right, I'm gonna get the garden hose and I'm just gonna clean this. I'm gonna clean everything super duper good. I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm just kind of taking the screwdriver and see, pulling all these hard old glue stuff out. You know what, I think I can seal this with some more modern, you know, gas resistant stuff. Okay guys, I got this thing pretty clean. So now what I want to see is, does this part of the gas tank, like this part and this part underneath here, inside of it, right, is there any rust? Like, is it leaking here? Or was it just leaking on this gasket? If everything's good in there, then we can fix this, no problem. So I'm gonna put the phone inside and we'll take a look. Okay guys, gotta love technology and see what that thing looks like in there. Okay, there's no rust around that. Let's get a better look here. So that's all good. The gas tank's good. I think if we seal that, I think we're good, guys. Okay guys, so I have decided on what I'm gonna do to fix this. So as you can see, I mean, this gas tank's not brand new. It does have some rust on it, but it is solid. There's no holes. It looks good inside. It's a good gas tank. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're just gonna use everything that we have to fix it without buying anything. Starting with this thing here, guys. So to me, this looks like somebody tried possibly gluing this or something because it was leaking, maybe. Everything works though. And when you buy one of these new gas tanks, they actually come with one of these sending units. But you know, it's like $500 US plus shipping and all this. So by the time I get it here to Canada at my door, I'm looking at like $1,000 Canadian. So I'm not gonna spend that if I don't have to. I'm gonna make this work. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna completely clean this thing. See, the inside of it's good. We're gonna clean it with a carbide tip to get all the rust off everywhere, even up this shaft here. I'm gonna do that right now. So this is a carbide tip. We're just gonna clean all of this until it's bare metal. The whole entire thing. You get the idea, right? So I'm gonna do this right now off camera. Okay guys, as you can see, it's starting to look pretty good. So now we're gonna get one of these type of little grinder thingies, you know, just like that. And we can just kind of get into all the little corners, you know, whatever needs to be done. You get the idea, right? So I'll do that off camera as well. This thing has to be bare metal everywhere. Okay guys, we're basically done with this thing. It's bare metal all over it, the best we could get it. See, we got bare metal going up the shaft here on this hose. Nothing's really rusted on it. I mean, it's good. Everything's clean. So now we're just gonna take one of these like Scotch Brite pads. This is the equivalent of 320 grit sandpaper. And I mean, we're just gonna all over the place, especially underneath. See, we're just gonna clean it like that. Can you see that? We're just gonna clean this thing super good. See how it's nice, it's cleaning? And that way, when we put some kind of sealer, it'll actually have kind of something to bite into instead of just like, you know, a little layer of corrosion, right? See how nice that looks? So I'm gonna do both sides. I'm gonna do the shaft here, all of it with this right now. So now we take some brake cleaner and you're gonna clean this with brake cleaner super good. So there's no oils, nothing on it. You know, I don't wanna spray my camera, so I'm being careful, but just like that, both sides. Okay, so this part is done. We're gonna just put this away and let it dry, and we're not gonna touch it with our fingers anymore. So there's no grease on it whatsoever. Okay guys, next we're gonna grab some paint stripper, right? And we're just gonna paint around this thing. We're gonna get all this kind of stuff off. Like we wanna have this thing just bare metal kind of thing. So let's put some of this on. You basically leave that on for like 10 minutes and the paint should just come right off. So that's what we're doing there, guys. And guys, this little part here that like locks it in place, this has a whole bunch of crap on it too. We're gonna put some paint stripper on this as well and get all this paint off, and then after that we're gonna clean this thing too, but let's get the paint off first. Okay guys, I mean, all the paint's off. This thing is super good and solid looking. There's basically no issues with it. So now guys, unfortunately this thing is like swollen from being old. See, and it actually doesn't quite, see, look, it doesn't quite fit. See? So unfortunately guys, we're gonna have to get a brand new one. Not to mention guys, like it's cracked and stuff, so we need to get a new seal guys. But let me show you quickly on the internet what's going on. Okay guys, so I'm on the Eckler's website here, and as you can see, you can get a whole sending unit with the seal and that ring for not a bad price at all. So we're just gonna get that, guys. Okay guys, so even though like I cleaned this and you know we could have reused it, at that price we're just gonna get a new one, and we're gonna keep this one as a spare with that seal, and that's that. So guys, unfortunately I'll see you in about 2 weeks, but don't worry, because I'll fast forward right now. And Ryan's also here visiting us.
Like and subscribe. Thank you for viewing, and if you're in the mood, say something nice in the comment section.
Let's fast forward right now till we have all brand new stuff.
Okay guys, we are in the future now, and we got all the parts. Check out what we got. We got a gas tank filler neck seal, a nice brand new one. This goes all the way from 68 to 1974 guys. So in the link in the description, there will be a link to one of these so you can buy it right through this channel guys. We also bought this super cool sending unit tool. Honestly, it's a must-have. You don't want to be hammering around your fuel tank. It was only 20 bucks. So there will be a link to one of these as well. And this works basically on all these vehicles here, guys. See, there you go. So you can get one of those too through this channel, guys. And also, make sure you guys check out Problem Solver Garage on Facebook. I also have it there. You can watch all the Corvette episodes in a row on Facebook. And also, in my Facebook there on Problem Solver Garage, there's pictures of all the different parts that I sell, so you can just check them out, look at them, and then buy them through there. Plus, you know, follow, like on Facebook. You might as well, guys, and you'll see new videos and new things that are going on. Okay, I'll show you what else we got new. So there it is, a Corvette. This goes 68 all the way to 1974. We got a brand new sending unit. So there will also be a link to one of these, and it came with the gasket and like the closing ring. So we're basically ready to get back to this beautiful Corvette here, guys, and keep it going. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the gas tank out. I wanna show you some problems with it before we start putting it back together. There's a few things you gotta check for. Okay guys, so the first thing I noticed is, see this return line? See, I noticed it's got like a trail of gas leaking out of it at some point. I kind of started scraping this, and you know what? We're gonna have to fix this. We're gonna glue this. There's a way, don't worry, it'll be 100%. And then the second thing about these gas tanks, guys, is they're notorious for rusting out in two little areas I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna flip it over. See, like this. So there's your sending unit, right? So right here, there's these two little humps here. They're like the lowest spot of the whole gas tank. See what I mean? And they do rust out in these spots. So this one, I can already tell you that somebody actually patched this already. So that spot, I don't think it's leaking, but I'm thinking since we have it out, we're just quickly gonna fix this, guys. I'll show you how to do it, how to fix a gas tank, no problem. So that spot, and also this spot doesn't seem to be leaking either, but so you can tell at some point somebody patched this up. So we're gonna repair these two spots, and we're gonna quickly repair that spot. Okay, so we're gonna grab some paint stripper. We're gonna spray those areas to get the paint off. We're gonna spray it on, give it 5 minutes. So you can kind of see it better now. See, those are the spots. All right, let's do this. Might even have to do it twice. So we're gonna do that side, and around that little filler or return line as well. Okay, we set up the pressure washer. It's been about 5 minutes. Get yourself a little wired brush, right? We're gonna pressure wash this off. Might even have to do one more spray, but see, that takes all that paint off. We can kind of see what we're dealing with here. We'll do that on both sides. Pressure wash it off, dry it, and if it's still there, we'll spray it again. Okay guys, so I got it as clean as I could get it. And see, as you can see, this has been patched before. And I mean, I don't think it's leaking. But I mean, there's like a little rust pocket in that spot on the inside of the gas tank. I seen it. So we're just gonna clean all this up really good, and we're gonna glue that and that. I'll do that right now. So we're just grabbing a piece of sandpaper for starters. And I mean, you can pretty much patch any gas tank with this method. So you have to get this 100% clean and scuffed. Like, there can't be any grease on it, and it has to be scuffed so the glue has something to bite into. So I'm gonna clean it really good with this piece of sandpaper first, both of them and the side. And then after that, I'm gonna wipe it with like some paint thinner, and then we're gonna get a brand new clean piece of sandpaper and do it again. Okay guys, so we got this thing super sanded everywhere with 40 grit sandpaper. You don't wanna put the glue anywhere past where you haven't sanded, because then it'll have a tendency to peel. So we're like only gonna put the glue up to all the sanded areas. So now we're gonna get one of these Scotch-Brite pads. This is like 320 grit sandpaper, a nice clean one, just so we can get into all these little cracks. Like I said, the glue only really likes to stick to areas that are got like a rough to them, almost like painting. You have to scuff it up. So we're gonna scuff all this up, clean it up with some Varsol really good so it's completely degreased, and then we're gonna glue it. I'm only gonna focus on this one in the video, but I'll show you all of them when they're done. Okay, she's ready, but I actually decided to use brake cleaner, guys, to clean these. Just gonna spray a little bit on, wipe it off with a rag so it's completely degreased. You want it to the point where when you wipe it, the rag stays clean. Okay guys, we got a couple boards. We got this thing 100% level here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some JB Weld to fix this gas tank, just so there's no issues in the future. This is incredible stuff. It is gasoline resistant, so you could use it on gas tanks. So we're gonna mix this and this 50-50, mix it up. And the longer it dries, guys, the better this stuff is actually. So if you get the 5-minute stuff, it's still incredibly good, but this stuff is a lot better because it takes longer to dry. So we're gonna mix some of this up. We're gonna do these two areas, And once that's dry enough, then we're gonna focus on that area and do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. All right, guys, just to show you how this glue works. So, I mean, we got equal amounts of it, and these are the big tubes, not the little tubes. So there's a lot of it, like there's my hand for comparison reasons. So we're gonna mix these together, and then we're ready. We're gonna just apply it nicely on everything. I don't think I'm gonna record that part. I'm just gonna put it on and show you guys when it's on. All right, guys, well, as you can see, there it is. So we're just gonna let that dry. Got that side done, and this side looks pretty good if you ask me. Okay, guys, so now unfortunately we have to wait 4 hours for this stuff to cure. In 4 hours you can, you know, flip the gas tank over and start working on the other part, the little gasoline return line right there. But for 4 hours we have to wait. In order to put gasoline in this tank, you actually have to wait like basically 24 hours before you could fill it up with gasoline, which isn't going to be an issue for us. We're going to put the gasoline in later. I might even wait 48 hours, so it's just 100% cured up. Okay, so now since we got to wait 4 hours, I'm going to take a break from working on the Corvette, and I actually have to do the brakes on this Toyota Tundra here. For some reason, the emergency brake is sticking, so I think it just needs all new back brakes. So sorry to talk about a different car on my video here, but I'm gonna do this right now. I will have an episode on that, so check it out. And then as soon as that's done, don't worry, guys.
I'm fast forwarding through all that right now, and we're gonna get right back into the Corvette.
Okay, guys, we are in the future. It's been about 3-4 hours now. Yeah, it needs a new emergency brake cable. It's windy. Anyways, check out the gas tank. So there it is. These are dry enough now where it's not going nowhere. So I got those 2 spots done nice. So now this spot here, guys. So I'm just looking at it really close. And see, look, you can see if this thing was focused. There is like a little hair-sized line crack there. So we're gonna do the same thing here, guys. We're gonna sand all this all around. We're gonna sand it up this shaft a little bit. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, guys, so there it is. That's what that should look like. I'm very happy with that. No way that's gonna leak. Okay, so now, unfortunately,
I'm fast forwarding a few hours right now until this is dry enough to continue.
okay, guys, we're in the future. It's actually been like a week. The gas tank is ready to be put in. Quickly, I just want to show you one thing. So we got this truck all done. Emergency brake is fixed, and also it's oil guarded. This is what you do to make your vehicles not rust. Everything's covered in oil, nice and oiled up, guys. Look how good that looks. So that's what you do. So that's the reason why you should subscribe to my channel. It's not just about Corvette videos, it's about every kind of video. Okay, let's get back to the gas tank, guys. So as you can see, that looks incredibly good. Solid like a rock. So the only thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna grab some self-etching primer. So this is primer that goes onto bare metal. Believe it or not, paint does not stick to bare metal. You have to etch prime it first. So we're gonna just put a light coat of this where the bare metal is, and then I'll let that dry for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna put some black paint just where the bare metal is for where we sanded, like see wherever you see bare metal. That's all we're doing, nothing too crazy. So I'll do that quickly right now off camera, and then let's put this thing together. Okay, guys, so here we have it. So you gotta have this nice and clean. If there's anything on here, you know, you want to make sure you maybe sand it off with like very mild sandpaper or something. But in our case, it's perfect, so we don't have to do anything, right? So the gasket's gonna go in here like so. That should be fine there. It fits perfect, not like the old one. Okay, so now we're putting this brand new guy in. And yes, they do sell this part too. There will be a link in the description in case you're reusing your old one and you just want this filter. Okay, so there is no wrong way of putting this in. Basically, you got to get it in here. like this, guys. See, it just goes in like that. We got our O-ring in first, so that's all good. All right, see, just like that. And see right there and there is like a cutout here and a cutout there, which, see, those two go in like that. So that's what I mean by you can't put it in wrong. Okay, let's put this piece on now. So make sure the O-ring's on nice and straight. You put this in. So that feels good. Okay, guys, that does feel good. See, it kind of locked in right here, here, and here. It's on pretty tight. Yeah, it would have been hard to do it without the tool. The tool really made it feel good. Obviously, we're gonna check for leaks here. I did debate on maybe putting some kind of silicone on it, but it doesn't call for it, and that's how it was. So obviously, we're gonna put some gas in and double check here, but I think we are good, guys. Okay, let's turn it around. Okay, guys, so we flipped the gas tank around, right? So we did have this part that went on. So I decided I'm gonna put this on once the gas tank is in the car, because it was hard to get it, like it was kind of rubbing here when I was taking it out. So it makes sense to put this in after. Also, see, there's a gasket here, which is pretty worn out. So we got a nice brand new one, guys, and this one goes all the way from 63 to 97. It's the same gasket. So obviously there'll be a link in the description to buy one of these also, guys. Okay, and I mean, you can see this thing was kind of leaking, see, when it was full. See, the gas was kind of running down it. So we're gonna change that too. Okay, so going underneath the car here, right, since we got the gas tank out, guys, this is a good opportunity for you to, you know, clean up some of these wires in case there's something going on. So what we're gonna do is, see right here, everything's working, everything's good, but these are just kind of dangling around. So I'm just gonna get some electrical tape, see, and I'm gonna wrap these up, make sure everything's good there. And that's about the only thing I see wrong here. Otherwise, we're just gonna leave all this alone because everything is good here. So I'll quickly do that. And then we're getting ready to slide the tank in. So obviously we got the one exhaust pipe out. Should be pretty straightforward. We're gonna slide it up, right? We got these two hangers here. We'll be able to put those around the gas tank once it's up here, I believe. And we can also use like a car jack and like a couple boards to have it kind of stay so it doesn't, you know, makes life easier. So I'm gonna get those wires done and I'll set this up for the gas tank to go in. Okay, guys, just one more thing before I put this gas tank in. So I'm obviously changing these two gas hoses. So that one, from what I remember, I can get to, but I'm gonna change this one right now because it might be tight here with the gas tank in here. So I'm just gonna put the exact same length. The thicker one goes to the bottom of the gas tank. The skinnier one is the return line. Okay, guys, before I get jacks and stuff, I'm just gonna try putting this in by hand. Might be easy. Let's find out. Well, that went right in, guys, with the sending unit and everything. Super, super easy so far. Okay, so now, just so this doesn't fall on my head, see, we're taking this piece, and I believe we can just put this on, guys. Even loosely, just so we can get everything else on, but just so it's on for now. One bolt on each side or whatever. Good enough. Okay, guys, so see, I got it on. Like, these are loose still, so I can move the whole gas tank, you know, wherever. So I did realize, okay, so this, I did a good job there, but see, the other one, it is hard to get to, but so you can move the gas tank over. So I'm gonna put on the other hose now, And I'm basically gonna hook up that hose to there and this hose to there, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of playroom like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that next. Okay guys, so now that we got these hoses attached nice, both of them, we're gonna wait with these plugs still. I do wanna clean them inside, get all the corrosion out. And we're gonna put dielectric grease and plug them in, obviously. But okay, let's go up top. So back here, so you can see where to put this gas tank, because it can slide around. So you wanna put this thing right in the middle, then you know where the gas tank goes. Okay, let's go underneath. Okay, so now we're gonna put these on. So as you can see, they are both the same. So basically this end of it goes right under here. It hooks in. We're gonna run it over top and see, it's gonna go in through that hole, and then it gets a nut and a bolt, or a bolt actually, because the nut is already on here. And you should be able just to, with, you know, because you can move this gas tank around, should be able just to tuck that in and loop it around like that. No problem. So we're gonna do that right now, guys. Okay guys, see, I got it in. See, it goes in like that, goes around, right? And then over here, see, it's gonna go in right there, and then you're gonna put your bolt in. The only thing is, originally I said I was gonna put it in that way, but I actually put it in that way, like at the back of the car. I put that in, and I was able to loop it around. I put my hands up top through the hole, and I was able to guide it and then slide it over. So now, just this bolt's got to go in. So I'm going to do the other side right now. I'll get both these on. I'll get these bolts in, and then we'll decide how to position all this. You don't want to tighten everything yet. You want to just get it finger tight first. Okay, guys, both straps are on. Finger tight. We got anti-seize so they never rust in the future. We're going to tighten this beam now, cross member thing down now. So you have to get a socket in there, or sorry, not a socket, a wrench in there, hold the nut and bolt and tighten these up. So I'm going to tighten these right now. And then what you do is, once that's tightened, you kind of got to feel like this kind of pops in into these grooves here. And then you just tighten these until the gas tank doesn't move, basically. So I'm going to tighten that and these all in one shot right now, off camera, guys. Pretty straightforward. And then we're moving up top. Okay, guys, everything's on. I just want to point this out. Kind of important, I guess. So see, this is a little bit different on the old one. Like, it kind of sticks out more. See, and this one's got this plastic thing on it. So basically, when I'm putting this on, it's just barely going on. It almost kind of wants to fall off. So what I did is I took a utility knife. Just gonna cut some of it off, this rubber piece. I'm gonna cut a little bit more, but see, now it goes on good. Before it wasn't. So that's the trick there. Unfortunately, that's what you got to do. But yeah, see, it's on good now. So like I said, I'm just going to quickly clean that a little bit, cut this off a tiny bit more, and put this on. Okay, guys, everything underneath is good now. So before you move on, see, in here, you have the floater, which is that black thing. So that goes up and down. So what you want to do is you want to get your hand in there, and you're going to lift it up. And you want to check if your gauge is working for you want to make sure that thing is working properly before you put this all together. Because the only way you can get your hand in there is with all this stuff off. Okay, so you go in your car, you turn on the ignition, and see, right now it's saying we have no fuel. Okay, let's go lift it and see if it moves. Okay, I'm putting my hand in. Okay, I'm lifting it now. Okay, she works perfect, guys. And now I'm gonna drop it all the way down again. Okay, guys, as you can see, she works perfect. Okay, let's move on. Okay, guys, so now we're moving on to this. There is two important things. So these little screws have these little rubber things on them. See what I mean? If you lose one, you could just put that Honda bond on and then screw it in. That would work. But in our case, We saved them all, and then 2 of them stayed in there. So we're gonna make sure not to lose those. See, that's what they look like. Okay, so we gotta remove this old gasket. Pretty straightforward, right? Whatever doesn't come off, you just use, you know, a utility knife or whatever, scrape it off. Just like that. Okay guys, I got this off, so I gotta show you something that's wrong with this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but see, somebody like over tightened all these to the point where they're like bent out. See, it's not like, they're bent a lot. So even if you put this new gasket on, right, like so you could tighten it as tight as you want, and see there's a space. So it will leak gas when it swishes around, and it was leaking gas. So what we have to do, guys, is either replace this whole thing, but in our case, since this is Problem Solver Garage, we're just gonna repair this. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is pull these things out so they don't get lost, and we're gonna put them in a safe place with their bolts. See, they just look like that. So we'll pull those out. Okay guys, just showing you one more time so you can really see it there. So this is really easy to repair, guys. We're gonna do it right now. Okay guys, all we're gonna need is a 2x4, a hammer, and our piece here. Super duper easy. Okay, all you're doing is this side down. So these are the sticking out bent parts, right? So you put it down. You're not hitting it too hard. That's totally working, guys. Okay, guys, and just like that, see, it's basically perfect. I'm very happy with that. See, there's one little spot here. Okay, we'll hit this one again. But see what I mean? It gets it. It just bounces right back where it originally was. Okay, guys, now that we straightened it, you grab some 320 grit sandpaper and just clean this up a little bit. There, see how easy that is? So I'll do that all around, guys. Okay, see, just like that, that's what it should look like. I mean, we could put this on, I'm sure it would hold because there's no more spaces, but just because it was a little bit uneven, I'm taking some of this Honda Bond and I'm just gonna put a little bead on here, but I'm only gonna put it on that side. So if I ever need to pull this thing off, chances are it'll just attach from the gas tank and I could probably pull it off and put it back on. Like this one probably here is like 30 years old, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bead and go put this on. And I mean, all we gotta do is put those rubber things in, put the little screws and just tighten it like that, slowly tightening it around until she basically sits down. Okay, see what we did? We just put a bead of it. Now we're gonna take this thing, and that will make it 100%. Okay, let's go put this on. Right, so we take it, and then we did mark how it was on, but I guess it doesn't matter, it can go either way. We're gonna put it on like this. So that just goes on like that. Okay, let's get our little screws. So you just make sure you put the little rubber thing on and you put the screw in. So pretty straightforward, guys. So I'm gonna put them all in, then I'm gonna tighten them like you would a tire on a car, right? Or a wheel. You don't just start going around. Pretty straightforward. Okay guys, so we got it on. So basically I tightened one, then I skipped one, tightened one, skipped one, and just kept going around and around, slowly tightening it until she's all even, nice and tight. No way it's leaking now. Okay, next step, guys, we are grabbing our new piece here, brand new. Here's the old one, all corroded and cracked. See, there's holes in it. So we're putting on the new one. This basically, you just squeeze it on. Okay guys, so with this hole facing the back of the car, see, you basically, this is pretty flexible. Careful that these don't fall into your gas tank. You're gonna just squeeze this all in here. See, just like that. And like that. See, nothing to it. It's almost like putting on a tube onto a bicycle wheel, if you've ever done that before. Okay, so now you take the back of the screwdriver, see, and you push on this right here, and then you can kind of put this in. It's not easy. You're gonna be playing around with this for probably 15 minutes, guys. But it does work, and it does go on. See, it's getting there. Okay, guys, so we almost got it in, but if you're struggling with a little area like I am right now, grab some WD-40, guys. Great stuff. And just to make it a little slippery. And don't worry, if it gets in your gas tank, it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, I do need both my hands for this, so I'll turn this off. Okay, guys, there it is, nice and beautiful, as you can see. You just put this on because you don't want anything falling in there. And boom, that's that. Okay, guys, next we're moving on to this, which is also broken because every single thing in this car is broken. Let's go to the table, I'll show you what's wrong with the cover. Okay, guys, so here it is. So the way this works, right, it opens like this. And see, there is a part right here that's broken off. See, the way that's supposed to work is that's supposed to sit like this. So then when you close this, see, it kind of locks in, right? But the problem is that's broken. So this thing just kind of sits like that. So then when you're driving, this rattles around. Plus, you know, it could like go like this, and then you go to open it and it could get stuck or something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly fix this. We're gonna just JB Welded, guys, the same stuff we fixed the gas tank with. This stuff is incredible if you prep things right. So we're basically gonna get one of these little rotary tools here, and we're gonna clean this whole thing so there's no paint left on here or on here. So it's just bare metal. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, guys, so that's what that should look like. Somebody actually, I could tell, tried gluing this already before, but they didn't clean it good. So then you just get a little bit of 320 sandpaper, and just in case any glue goes outside of your area here, just so it sticks too. So you give that all a sand, you know, whatever. It's not gonna be super pretty, but it will work, but it won't be ugly either. Okay, I'll prep this all up, clean it with some brake thinner so it's all spotless clean, and we'll put that there and we'll dab some glue on it, guys. Okay, guys, well, you know the drill, so I'll skip this part. Okay, guys, there it is. That looks really good, and you can always sand it if it's too high or something. So we're gonna let this dry 15 hours now, guys, but it's pretty straightforward how you put this on. There's just 4 little screws. Okay, guys, our next move is to put some gas in and check for leaks. So let's do that right now. And remember, guys, this car takes Supreme gas with octane booster. It's a 10-to-1 compression ratio, guys. Okay, guys, we got basically half a tank of gas here. Let's go check for leaks. Okay, guys, so here we are. Everything's looking super good. There's no leaks anymore anywhere. Even when you move this, nothing. It's bone dry. We're obviously going to keep an eye on this spot, you know, once a year. Make sure that that gasket's good quality. I'm sure it is. So there you go, guys. Basically, after watching this video, now you know how to repair your gas tank, remove it, reinstall it, you know, the whole sending unit, all that wonderful stuff, guys. So remember, if you want to buy any parts, guys, buy them through me. Everything you've seen in this video will be in the description. You just click on it, boom, it sends you right to Eckler's Corvette. I get a very small little commission to support the channel, guys. And remember, guys, this isn't just an episode about a gas tank. This is an entire series about this Corvette C3. So click on the link below. There'll be a link to every single Corvette episode in a row, guys, on this car, like a real show, guys. Thanks for watching Problem Solver Garage. Till next time, everybody.
I love Problem Solver Garage.